UCF the other day and I saw you, so you made me think that you've used the dynamic study modules. So I wanted to
Yeah.
get your opinion on how you use the dynamic study modules and, basically if they were helpful or not. So I know you didn't take economics because you're a science major, but what courses did you use it in?
So I have used them majorly for chemistry 2. I think I also used them a little bit in my biology 2 class as well.
Okay, cool. And I mean, so did it look similar to this? Because this is what economics is, right? Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
basically, I guess when I come in here as a student, I'm on that first page, and it gives me a little tutorial that I have to click
Mhm.
it twice if I'm sure, or once if I'm not sure, and then I pick another one. So I'll read this, and it says if interest rates are zero, the Fed I think it's this one, and it might be that one. I'm not quite sure. And then I'll submit it. Is that how it works in chemistry too?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you like that you could choose? I mean, how did you use it in this respect?
Yeah, so a lot of times when I was using these modules, it was either for review, like before we were going into a lesson, and I just kind of wanted to see benchmark where I was at, or before like an exam, I would go through the chapters and sort of just double check to make sure I had a good understanding of where we're at. So I did use the sure and unsure feature a lot. I really like that because a lot of times you can definitely rule out two things, and if you're not quite sure, you can use context clues and your previous knowledge to sort of pick the two you think are best. And it's good because then once you're wrong, it gives you an explanation as to why you're wrong,
Okay.
which I found to be really useful.
So, from what I understand, the way they're set up is they break down the like big concepts into smaller
Mhm.
chunks. So you'll get, in this case, I got one right, yay! But I'm not sure which one it is. So it does have a little bit of gamification in it. Did you find that fun at all, or did you? I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
I really liked that it would do the colors. I don't know why, but it was fun. It was different than other programs I've used where it's kind of just like, no, you're wrong. It's nice to have a little bit of difference. You're on a roll
I know I'm
with
I'm
getting them
almost right
right.
on some of these. Okay, wait until I get one right. Okay, and
But I
then
did like that it was kind of like a game, yeah.
okay, cool. And then what did you think about like you get, I think, eight at a time. And I know
Mhm.
that. So did you like that aspect of it that you get eight at a time or nine at a time?
Yeah, I know with other programs I've used, when we go through problems, sometimes they throw so many problems at you before stopping and like reviewing that it's hard to know like what exactly you got wrong and why it's wrong. So I like that it's little chunks because you get to go to the learn section and get to know a little bit more about what was wrong, why you got it wrong. You get to do that little refresher, which is also really great for reviews.
Okay, so I did my eight and I actually got one right. Could you believe it? And now it
Woohoo!
says, let's go learn. So this is what you were talking about, right? So it,
Yes.
it tells you what the correct answer was and then what you answered, or in this case, I answered, and then it
Mhm.
gives you what you need to know. So that was
Right.
helpful for you, you said, right?
Yeah, and I
Cool.
like that it's not just, like, a line that's like, "This is why it's right." There's typically pretty good amount of text or graphs included in the, like, what you need to know section, which is
Hmm.
good for reviewing whole concepts rather than just the little thing you got wrong.
Okay, cool. And did you use it throughout the semester, or was it like right before a test or something, or just in general?
Me personally, I typically used them before our exams just to double check and make sure I had everything that I needed. But if
Hmm.
I ever did find that I was like maybe really, really confused on a topic or a chapter, I would use them throughout just to make sure that I had that cohesive knowledge by the time it did come time for the exam.
So if you came to a course that had dynamic study modules, would you be happy or sad?
Well, I should be pretty happy. I think it's a really great resource for students, especially if they do take advantage of it. I know I myself have a job outside of working class, like doing classwork, and so sometimes it's hard to go to like the teacher's office hours, the TA sessions, Stark SI sessions that we have. So this is a really great review tool for me personally that I can do sort of on my own time outside of those hours that are like kind of strict and set.
Okay,
which is
so
really nice.
is it pretty efficient then in that regard, as far as the
Yeah,
learning?
I would say so, especially since like if you are doing really well, the program doesn't like keep you in a chapter for too long. Like if it
Okay.
sees that you know it pretty well, it'll kind of just skip ahead. So you don't actually have to spend forever on every single like section of a chapter. If it sees that you're doing well, you can just move on to the next part and they can quiz you there.
Oh, okay, and I didn't even notice this. There's a way that you can review correct answers.
Mhm.
So you can go through and just see just the ones that you got right and really feel good about how you did. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate it. It's good to know that they're helpful. So thanks so much.